Happy 2015 everyone, and thank you so much for watching this month's Summerlin update video. Today, we're going to discuss our typical monthly data and then make some sense out of this past year. Alright, first up, let's talk sales. Last month, we only sold 110 homes. This was a huge decrease from the previous December where we sold 141 homes in 2013. Simply put, sales were down 22% last month. Now let's check out what our inventory consists of. 7% of our inventory are short sales. Only 2% are foreclosures, and a whopping 91% are normal or, traditional sales. Compared to the rest of the valley, we've got about half the short sales and foreclosures that they do. This illustrates how stable Summerlin really is right now. All right, now let's take a look at 2014 and see how it turned out and make some sense of this. Last year, we sold 1,571 homes compared to 1,899 back in 2013. Now, sadly, this meant that last year's sales were down 17%. Unfortunately, the rest of the valley sales were down only 12%. Okay, so not that great. But now on the other hand, when you take the median sales price for the entire year, you find that our median sales price was $310,000. This is a 10% increase from $282,000 back in 2013. Again, Summerlin went up 10%, while the rest of the valley, they saw a 15% increase. Not so great, but I'll explain why in just a second. Rather than look at just one statistic and make like a rash judgment, you have to take it all in. 2012 and 2013 were absurdly ridiculous years. In a 2-year span, prices almost doubled. That's just not sustainable. Summerlin was the first area to see such a massive increase in value. As a result, last year was a big settling in year. Sales slumped all year, but prices still managed to edge up until July. Now, when prices plateaued this summer, sales decreased and inventory started rising. I was actually pretty fearful that we could see a big correction. But the good news is that the overall market has completely stabilized. The inventory in Summerlin and the rest of the valley has come back down a bit. Even though sales are dismal compared to the previous years, we need to stop comparing sales to a time that was just basically completely absurd. Median prices haven't increased a bit since July. Now, this is actually fantastic news. Unfortunately, people still tend to believe that prices are still going up, which unfortunately makes sellers think that they're going to get more money than they actually will. To dispute what you hear and see, on the screen now are the Las Vegas median home prices by month last year. You can see clearly that since July, prices have been completely flat. At this point, however, every agent is telling their clients to be realistic about their list price. The sellers that overprice their homes run a huge risk. Buyers right now are actually shopping for homes. If a home is too overpriced, buyers simply won't even try to write an offer since it seems like a big waste of time. So by the time a seller finally lowers their price back down to reality, a few things happen. First, buyers wonder why this house has been on the market for so long and tend to be a bit nervous and skeptical. Second, sellers tend to spend the money that they were never going to get already in their head. After lowering the price to where it should have been to begin with, most sellers are already upset and feel like they're just giving the house away when, quite frankly, their expectations were never even realistic. But the great news is this. I don't see prices going up or down much at all this year. I think for the first time in a full decade, we're going to have a fair market in real estate. It always seems as though prices are either going up or they're going down. In the next few months, normal real estate will actually prevail. So what that means is this: buyers are going to continue to shop and place an emphasis on value. The biggest change comes to sellers and their listing agents. Right now, most sellers are overly confident, and most listing agents are just utterly lazy. See, when the market's hot, homes almost sell themselves. Now that buyers are looking at the value of a home, the property needs to be presented correctly. If you want top dollar for your home, then make sure you fix those small repairs that buyers are obviously going to see when they come in the house. Steam clean those dirty carpets, do some touch-up painting, clean up the backyard, and make sure the home is clean, bright, and presentable before showings. If your agent takes listing pictures of your home with their iPhone, just fire them right then and there on the spot. I mean, why are you paying them thousands of dollars to sell your home if they aren't even willing to invest in a photographer even? Lately, I've just seen too many homes that are sitting on the market and ultimately are going to sell for thousands less than they should have, because their agent was lazy and either poorly marketed the property, or the home was kind of in disrepair and came across too much as a fixer-upper, but was still priced at the top of the market. If your home isn't selling in 30 days, it's either overpriced or it's mismarketed. Most likely it's a combination of both, but the good news is that sellers are going to start to adapt to this new market, and by late spring, we're going to have a fantastic real estate market for both buyers and sellers to participate in. Now, to be honest, in over a decade, I've never been able to say that it's both a great time to buy or sell a home. That makes me pretty excited. Now, thanks again for watching. Please click here to subscribe and have a fantastic 2015, everyone.